Yo, what's up YouTube? Back with another video. Today, we are predicting the Super Bowl 55 matchup between, of course, the Kansas City Chiefs, just like no one predicted. And we have the 5th seed, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, led by Tom Brady. Did you predict this Super Bowl matchup? Because I sure didn't. I actually did pick the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to upset the Packers. But the Bills, they just embarrassed themselves. They had a 9-point lead. It looked like they were going to win, but, deep down inside, you knew the Chiefs were going to win that game. Because why not? I don't know. But Kansas City's back to the Super Bowl, and they are having a rematch. Or should I say, Tampa Bay is having a rematch against the Kansas City Chiefs. These two teams played each other earlier in the season. I believe they played each other week 14 or 15. And Tampa Bay lost this game by 3 points. Tony Romo at the end of the game said Tampa Bay is a legit contender for the Super Bowl, and he said that he wouldn't be surprised if this was the exact Super Bowl matchup. And look at that. Of course, Tony Romo predicts it. Nobody else does. But, this game's going to be really interesting to watch. We have Brady versus Mahomes. They played each other 4 times in their career. And, it's 2-2 currently. So whoever wins this game is most likely going to finish that head-to-head record with a better record for the remainder of their lives, unless they play each other next year in the Super Bowl once again. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. Now, this game is very interesting because when they played each other, Kansas City Chiefs got off to an electric start. Tyreek Hill had almost 200 receiving yards in one quarter. And the first quarter was just straight up dominant by the Chiefs. And the rest of the game was all Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay almost came back and won, but they didn't. That's why they only lost by 3 points. But it just showed Tampa Bay is a contender. And of course, they're playing each other once again. After being down by 17, Tampa Bay's defense stepped it up, and their offense stepped it up. And they almost won, but they didn't. But this just shows that Tampa Bay easily has a chance to win this game, even though it's against the Kansas City Chiefs. They're in the Super Bowl. Of course they have a chance to win this game. If you count out Tampa Bay, you're stupid. So, Tampa Bay, first of all, it's got home field advantage. That is very, very important in this matchup. You're not supposed to have that in the Super Bowl, but you do. And Tampa Bay, when it did lose games earlier in the season, it lost because their offense was playing inconsistently in the first half of games. Obviously, they had a strong second half in most of their games, especially ones they were down by, but their first half was just really bad. But Tom Brady's Buccaneers, they turned that around quickly, getting off to electric starts in both playoff games against the Saints and the Packers. And ultimately, the reason why they're in the Super Bowl, because they're dominant offense. But the other reason why they're in the Super Bowl, because they're turning the ball over. They turned over Drew Brees 3 times. They turned over Aaron Rodgers only once. And they had this insane hit on Aaron Jones, I believe. And this led to a fumble, which led to a easy red zone opportunity for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Why did the Tampa Bay Buccaneers win both those games? Because of their defense. Their secondary is playing better, and of course, their defensive line ranked number 1 in rushing yards allowed. And of course, that's not really a thing the Chiefs do. They don't run the ball, but still, Tampa Bay's defense is legit. It's hungry. It's here to play, and it's definitely going to get to Mahomes once or twice, maybe 3 or 4 times in this game. Tampa Bay's defensive line, it took, an elite Packers offensive line that didn't really allow any sacks the entire year. And they got to Aaron Rodgers so many times in that game. The only reason why the Packers couldn't score, their defensive line was sacking Aaron Rodgers. And I believe, Tampa Bay's defense is going to have to do this the entire game. I believe it will. But it's going to have to do this in the entire game if it even wants to stand a chance of winning. Because Mahomes' offense is elite. It's unstoppable. Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce are just an unstoppable duo. And Mahomes at QB, it's a scary team. So, the bright part about these teams is that they can pass the ball very effectively. Kansas City, obviously, probably the best in the league at total offense. They have been for the past couple of years, and they always will be until, the dynamic duo and Mahomes either retire or they're split up. But, the Kansas City Chiefs offense, it is just unstoppable. And that's the reason why they went 14-1 with all their starters. They didn't really play any good defenses, but when they did play a good defense, when they played Tampa Bay's defense, week 14 or 15, they only scored 7 points in the second half, 3 points in the second quarter. That is very uncharacteristic of the Chiefs' offense. And I believe, Tampa Bay is going to have a strong, dominant defense this game. And Mahomes is not going to have the best day. There's a reason why this team's in the Super Bowl. It's because of their elite offense, their elite defensive line. I believe the Chiefs are going to score a decent amount of points, but still, it's going to be less than average because, Tampa Bay's defense is just too elite at this point in time. Who's got the better offense? We already answered this question, but Tampa Bay's offense is just a half step behind them, in my opinion. The Tampa Bay offense, of course, has a great quarterback who makes great decisions. Bruce Arians even admitted that Tom Brady is basically coaching the team, calling the plays. That's when you got an easy job. Of course, the wide receivers, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. Antonio Brown was not a factor at all in the playoffs. But Scotty Miller, dude. Honestly, all I can say, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers straight up savage when in 8 seconds left in the half. They can get 10-yard completion, kick a field goal, but they go for a 50-plus yard touchdown, Scotty Miller. All I can say, that is savage. That is the reason why Tampa Bay is scary. And of course, they got Gronk, they got really good running backs, Ronald Jones, and Leonard Fournette, who's having a really, really good postseason. So, both these offenses are really elite. Honestly, there's no stopping either of them. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. But like I said, both these teams' defenses are pretty good. The Chiefs, their defense is ranked really low. I believe they were ranked 32nd in the league in a red zone, defense, which is really, really bad. I believe Tampa Bay's offense is going to score points. That's why. But there's something, weird about Kansas City's defense in the playoffs. Teams are scared to play them. But I don't believe Tampa Bay is going to fear at all because they are at home. They are familiar with the atmosphere. And they already played this team before. What's there to be scared about? Just like the Bills. The Bills look scared. Every team that ever plays Kansas City looks scared. But different setting. Obviously, this game is in Tampa Bay. How fortunate for the Buccaneers. With that in mind, Tampa Bay's defense is definitely better than Kansas City's defense. And, both aspects. Defensive line is definitely better than the Kansas City Chiefs defensive line. Is ranked number 1 in rushing, like I said before. Tampa Bay's Buccaneers secondary, it's not ranked the best. But, it's been playing better week by week by week. In the playoffs, it's creating turnovers, the reason why they're winning. So I don't see them, slowing down. I see Tampa Bay's defense playing pretty solid game. And I see Kansas City's defense giving up a little bit, which is why I believe this is going to be Mahomes versus Brady. Which offense is going to score more points and which defense is going to contain the quarterback. And I think I know my answer. But before I tell you, I want you to comment down below your Super Bowl prediction. You got the Chiefs or the Buccaneers? I'm honestly 50-50. Either team could easily win this game, especially since this game's in Tampa. I honestly think Kansas City is a better overall team. They're probably the best team in the league. But for some reason, I'm picking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to win this game. It's just fitting. Tom Brady, 43, he wants that, he wants a playoff Super Bowl win against Mahomes. He's never lost to Mahomes in the playoffs before. And what do you see? You see Mahomes versus Brady in the Super Bowl. Best Super Bowl matchup you'll probably ever see in your life. No joke. And honestly, I don't see Tampa Bay's offense slowing down. I see their defensive line sacking Mahomes a couple times, getting those 3 and outs that they really need to win. And I see Tampa Bay's defense, maybe their secondary, even turning the ball over once or twice, maybe once, probably just once. But that's why I'm picking Tampa Bay. Their defense is better than the Kansas City Chiefs defense. This game's in, Tampa Bay, home field advantage. It's just fitting for the Buccaneers to win. So that's it. Like I said, calm down your predictions. Thanks for watching. Adios.